Hey everybody, Bobby back again for another episode of me running through Contraption Maker. And if you've been following along so far, you know we're getting knee-deep inside the hard puzzle section. We got 8 completed so far, and I don't see any reason not to move on to number 9. So here we go. Running Tim. Why must Tim live in such a dangerous world? That's a good question. Help him get home in one piece. Well, Tim, sometimes we don't choose where we live. Sometimes we just have to make the best of a situation, and that's what we'll try to help you do here today, my friend. Well, we have at least 2 alligators, which I'm sure are Tim's mortal enemy. A little bit of a dynamite here. Okay, so of course the first thing that we need to get rid of is this brick wall. Let's see if that's enough to do it, and it is. So, okay, so Tim is going to go this way. Hopefully we can find something to block him. Not really sure what we're going to be up to just yet, so we may as well see, we may as well see all of the things we have to offer here. Pulleys and generators. I'm really not sure. I have a feeling that our buddy Tim is just going to keep walking until he gets eaten up, and that's exactly what happened. So what is a way for us to get him to turn around in some way? How can we get our little buddy to turn around in some way? Well, it's a pretty good question, isn't it, folks? It's a pretty good question. I think we can at least, I feel as if we need to, distract this alligator or block Tim off in some fashion. Is there any way we can block our buddy Tim? Is there any way to block our little buddy here from going into the mouth of the alligator in the first place? Maybe a gear? Let's see if the gear is enough, because I'm not really sure. Didn't position this just quite right. There we go. Because otherwise, if the gear won't stop our buddy, okay, good, it will. So that actually solves that situation quite nicely. And look at the giant gear here. Wow, this is a very big one. This won't even fit inside this little crevice here. So hopefully, if we do something along these lines, that will be good enough. So, alright, well, first things first, why don't we get a couple of these belts going here, and let's see what the heck's going to happen. The only thing, unfortunately, is that there's nothing to give our little hamster a bit of a boost. Nothing to give him a boost. So I think we're going to reset already. I have a slight idea here, guys. I have a slight idea. Maybe we can use this pool cue to kind of give a little poke to our hamster buddy. Let's see if that's gonna... yes, okay, perfect. So now that we see that that is the case, I think we're gonna need maybe 1 or 2 belts here, something along these lines, and hopefully this belt will be moving so fast that our buddy Tim will have no choice but to get kind of moved over to this area here. So let's see if that's indeed the case. Let's see. Yep, that's exactly the case. Okay, so far so good, and now, obviously, of course, we have 1 more alligator to take care of. 1 more alligator to take care of, but what on earth could we do here to stop this alligator from, this is an interesting one, isn't it, guys? This is a very interesting one. We're out of gears. We know that for a fact. We're out of gears. So what else can we use to basically, see, none of these will work at first. They need to get kind of some momentum behind them or something like that. Maybe, okay. I think we can at least tie on some kind of rope to this lawnmower. Maybe, is this enough to get it started? It is, okay. So that's enough to get at least this started. Except that it's not when you hold it like that. Why not? Can we put something like this? Will give it enough momentum. There we go. So how long is that gonna stay powered for, I wonder? Well, our buddy Tim got our buddy Tim got sucked up into the what do you call it? Obviously the vacuum cleaner, excuse me. So what could be the situation here? We obviously can't get him to get gobbled up by the alligator, but we equally can't get him. We equally can't get him to get sucked up into the vacuum cleaner. So what on earth is going on here, guys? What on earth is going on here? And of course that's not good enough. That's not going to work. So, so what do we do in this last little stretch here? What do we do in this last little stretch here? If we don't get the vacuum cleaner going, he's just going to get sucked up. So maybe this is enough. Let's see. Not quite. Look at that. Not quite. So is there some way for us to time this a little better? How on earth are we going to finish the rest of this? Ah, look at that. Okay, if we get the conveyor belt to give some momentum, I think then we'll be just fine. Then we'll be just fine. So why don't we try something like this here? Except for the fact that we didn't necessarily want to disrupt our lawnmower. Didn't want to disrupt the lawnmower. Hopefully, will this... Okay, we have to get it so that it'll actually pull the cord again. How do we adjust it so that it'll do that? There we go. I think this might be our ticket. Almost, except for the fact that our motor is going the wrong direction. Let's see here, guys. I think we finally have it. And just like that, just like that, we're able to get our little buddy Tim home safe and sound. So, that was a bit of a head-scratcher. But we obviously got it in the end, folks. Time for a little home security. Tim set up his zombie trap, but he forgot how it works. Well, what can you say about our buddy Tim? Fix his trap and get the zombie into the part disposal. Okay, well here's the part disposal, of course. Anything that falls into there is likely not coming back, and boy do we have a lot of pieces here. Let's see what we got going on. We have a falling cannonball, we have a mouse, and what else do we have? That may be it. That may be it. What on earth could this switch have to do with already? There's a fan, of course. We can at least plug a fan in. Scissors, okay. So what could we plug a fan into? Ah, okay. Well, hold on now. First things first. We obviously need to light this dynamite. I don't think we need the fan, but what we do need is this light to somehow... Hopefully this will do the trick. Yeah, perfect, okay. That'll hit the cannonball. Okay, well that's a lot of things going on all at once, and I don't understand what the point of the mouse is just yet, if anything. Maybe to knock into a hamster wheel, but either way, this chain of events blows up the brick, this hits this, and makes the cannonball get up and switch onto this thing here. So this is something that gets triggered. And of course now we have a fan. So maybe it's the fan that needs to get, might be the fan that needs to get a little momentum here. But, well, but maybe not. So we need basically to get something on this port here, this teeter-totter, excuse me, to pull this twig out. And then I think once the twig gets pulled out, this trap door will allow anything that steps on it to fall into the part disposal. But the thing now is, I think a couple things have to take place here. Probably have to also cut this little string here that's holding the teeter-totter in place. Okay, so what exactly is going on here? Maybe the hamster wheel is going to have to be involved in some capacity. Not too sure about that, to be honest. I'm more so wondering if, I'm more so wondering if this is going to be our ticket. Maybe it needs to kind of... Well, now, actually, I'm not sure. Let's take a look at this again. Gets the fan going and it blows the cannonball off the edge, but so what exactly, folks? So what? What does that have to do with anything, actually? And this motor has nothing to plug into. You'll notice we've already used... Okay, let's put this away for just a moment, because I think what we can do is replace that with this flashlight, and let's see if that'll do the same thing. Just barely. Actually, it won't. It won't even, will it? Okay, I think I'm starting to kind of get the hang of some of this, maybe. Starting to maybe get the hang of this a little bit, guys. I think we're going to need something like this here. We're going to need one of these belts to hook on to the hamster wheel and, of course, the conveyor belt. Then we're going to need this bowling ball to hit the flashlight. Let's see if we got that much going. Indeed we do. Okay, perfect. So now I think we need, obviously, this switch here to power the motor. But what is the motor going to do exactly? Motor is going to... Okay, the motor is going to, I guess, hook on to the jack-in-the-box, which should at least hit the scissors for us. But then, what's left? What is left after that? I don't really see the point of this light bulb. And I'm equally having a difficult time understanding the point of... Having a little bit of a difficult time understanding the point of these pipes. Let's just see if we can get anything going here. Let's see what we've got so far. Okay, and that thing just goes flying. So maybe we can kind of angle it such that something like this will take place. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. We still need a way to hit this switch as well. Okay. So we need a way to hit this switch. And we don't necessarily have one at all, do we? So maybe this cannonball can help us. This bowling ball, excuse me. If it goes flying all the way over to here and hits the switch, that may be just what we're looking for. Let's try that again. That looked close. That looked pretty close. Nope. I wonder if it's actually going to be able to trigger at that angle. Okay. Perfect, ladies and gentlemen. That one was tricky as well. That one was quite tricky as well. We started off thinking the switch had to be down on this portion here, but it turns out we had it all wrong. So some quick adjustments, and well, we certainly got things in order. And wow, that was another pretty good one, if I do say so myself. Well, on to the Great Heist. Lots of these hard puzzles have our buddy Tim involved, that's for sure. Help Tim, international super thief, sneak into the building without setting off the alarm. Well, I certainly did not realize Tim was holding such a dark secret, but apparently he's an international super thief. And where is he gonna have to go exactly? Help him sneak into the building. Okay. Not exactly sure what that means. We may as well get this puzzle going at medium speed right off the bat. Right off the bat. And... oh, okay. What does that even do? That interrupts the laser, which I guess then powers this little contraption here long enough to light this up for some reason, and also hit this switch. And then, of course, this whole thing gets exploded to Kingdom Come, as it were. So how exactly are we gonna be able to get our buddy Tim anywhere but here? Okay, well, That's a good question, isn't it? That's a very good question. I don't know. I am not too sure. I feel almost as if we should get this situation taken care of right away. Like, I don't know if we're going to be able to prevent this thing from firing. Unless, let's see, what's that going to do? I think it's going to do the same thing, basically, right? Yep, it's going to do the same thing. Okay, so, apparently we cannot necessarily afford... Well, I'm a little perplexed right off the bat, I will say. I don't know what this laser's going to do for us. I don't know what it could do for us. We have a bit of a mirror, but I don't see what that's going to do. We're getting hit by the laser right in the face. And as soon as we break that little piece of I don't even know what you would call it. As soon as we bust that laser connection, well, all heck breaks loose, folks. All things go to the pot, or whatever you want to say. So how do we keep the mirror from... How do we prevent that from happening, I guess? If we do something like this, it just blows up immediately. Blows up immediately. But I don't really see what we can do to alter. I mean, we really don't even have that many things here. Unless we just have to allow for this to blow up, and then we build some sort of replacement. We may have to build some sort of replacement. And well, we certainly don't want Tim to hit the switch twice. Let's see if that's any different. Okay, very good. Okay, so maybe if we have a laser going like this, it'll help? I don't know. Not necessarily. Not necessarily at all. I am, not seeing it yet, guys. I'm not seeing it whatsoever. Whew, can we get this mirror to help us? Can we get this mirror to help us in any way? This is about as... But it ain't gonna help us if we have to break the laser beam no matter what we do. It ain't gonna help us if we have to break the laser beam no matter what we do. And there's not a whole lot of stuff to help with the fact that we... I don't even know what I was going to say there. I'm not even sure. So no matter what, our buddy Tim is going to come across and break the positioning. No matter what. No matter what. I feel as if perhaps our blue laser may be able to help us after all, but it's gonna be... No. Nope. Doesn't really seem like it, does it? Doesn't seem like it. I am so confused with this one, guys. Wait a minute now. Now, wait a minute. Okay. Okay, maybe we're starting to get some understanding. Maybe we're starting to get some understanding, guys. Just maybe, though. So if we use the mirror to help us direct the laser in this direction, we obviously won't break the connection when our buddy Tim flies across. But in order for that connection to get made in the first place, we need our paper lantern to lift up this wooden piece. Okay, hold on now. Maybe we're starting to get somewhere. We might be starting to get somewhere, guys. And what can we do here? I think this is gonna work out somewhat. We connect these dots here. Okay, hold on. That didn't light our paper lantern just yet. So let's try again. Okay, hold on now. Ah, the pulley. Yes, the good old pulley. I should have known. Oh, wait. What should I have known? I think I might have it on the wrong side of the teeter-totter. There we go. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious, folks. Oh, okay. Oh, I was gonna say, what the heck happened? All that happened, don't panic, is that we didn't get our mirror in the right position. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. And look at that, we've even used every piece that was on the side here. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, that one took me a long time to get, folks. That one took me a long time. That was tough. Actually, all three of these I felt were rather tough. And those three puzzles took me long enough that I think we should end it there. Wow. So just when I thought that the hard puzzles weren't going to be too difficult, I get three in a row that were really, well, let's call them head scratchers. It took me about 35 minutes to solve these three puzzles. Hopefully I'll edit it down so you guys don't have to suffer along as well. But wow, these are starting to get a little troubling. But that just means it's all the more satisfying when you actually complete them. So we're going to keep on trucking, folks. This has been Bobby G, and we'll surely be putting out more episodes in the future, so stay tuned, and as always, thanks for watching.